Good evening. The mother of missing teenager Richard Gayle has described her devastation after it was confirmed the body of her son was found in an Essex pond. Evidence Joelle said Richard had been her oxygen. For more than 2 weeks, she had tried to keep hope that he was alive. The Metropolitan Police have referred their handling of the case to the independent watchdog. This afternoon, Evidence told our reporter Carolyn Sim she is searching for answers.
This was Richard Gayle at the start of 2020, the year he'd begin studying at Oxford University, his whole future to look forward to.
There's not a day that goes by that my son doesn't tell me, "Mommy, I love you. Mommy, drive safely. Don't drive too fast." He cares so much. He was so protective.
But when the pandemic hit, Richard, who had sickle cell disease, had to shield. University moved online. Months of isolation began.
Although he didn't say, but I'm sure it was horrible for him. He couldn't go out. And he was afraid to give or to catch COVID anyway. I'm sure definitely that had an impact.
But Richard's sudden disappearance on Monday, the 22nd of March, was completely out of character. He'd left the family home that evening and taken a bus to West London. The last known sighting of him was in the early hours of Tuesday, the 23rd, walking in Loughton towards Epping Forest.
Richard had no reason to be in that area. I just feel strongly that I don't know what happened in the room or in the computer while he was talking to somebody. I don't know.
On Monday, police search teams found a body in a lake in Epping Forest. Yesterday, they confirmed it was his.
He was a darling, you know. He was the reason why I live. Richard that I know will not hurt his mother, you know. He will not hurt his mom. Because he loves me and I love him. Richard will not hurt his mom.
Richard's family is now raising money to help with his funeral costs and to build a foundation in his name to give young people support with their mental health. Carolyn Sim, ITV News.
And if you've been affected by any of the issues in that interview, do go to our website where there are suggestions of support. Newham Council has asked for a mural covering a Crossrail hoarding to be removed because it includes references to murders in the borough. The artwork, commissioned by Crossrail, collects memories of people living in the area, but it's attracted criticism over one poem's statement that the only negative thing about Newham is the rising number of killings. The council says it doesn't reflect life in the borough. Police are searching for two 13-year-old sisters who went missing in south-west London at the weekend. Poppy and Lily Myers haven't been seen since Saturday afternoon. They were on Egerton Road in Twickenham when they went missing. Police believe the twins may have been in contact with friends as recently as this morning and are likely to be in the Northwood area. Next tonight, of all the things over the last year for many that we've been missing, for many, gyms is high up on the list. The impact of their closure has been big, not just on fitness, but on mental health too. So there is much excitement that from Monday, London's gyms can get the treadmills plugged in and welcome customers back, albeit with quite a few rules in place. Here's Rags Martel.
The countdown has started. Gyms are getting ready to get out of lockdown. How excited are you for the gyms reopening?
Everyone's ecstatic. It'll be really nice to just get things moving again, to see colleagues, to see members, and just to have things back to feeling a bit more normal.
But there's a new normal here. Yellow signs remind people to keep their distance.
We are COVID secure. We tick every box for that, so it is different. You have to book in advance. You come on your own. You should come gym ready. And basically you train and you leave, and you have to make sure that you wipe down all the equipment after you've used it, and generally it's about looking after yourself and looking after your fellow users.
Izzy Tobin has been waiting to get back into the gym for months. She's missed it for her body and her mind.
I think it's absolutely critical to mental health for so many people. I think it's amazing how good you can feel just doing a workout in your day, how it can change your entire mindset so quickly. But from people I've been talking to, the general consensus is everyone needs to get in quick as it's booking out fast. Everyone's excited to get back.
But locking down the gym has come at a huge financial cost.
How hard has it been just closing everything down for such a long time?
Well, it's a nightmare. As you can imagine, it's a nightmare for the business, it's a nightmare for our people, and it's a nightmare for the community. We've burnt all our reserves in the last 12 months. So we went from being a financially strong company. We had 20 million quid in the bank, and now we've got nothing. We're living off bank loans.
Cleaner and leaner financially, gyms will reopen on Monday, cautiously taking one step at a time. Rags Martel, ITV News, Clapham.
On to football, and there was late drama in Arsenal's Europa League match against Slavia Prague tonight. The Gunners thought they'd grabbed the win through this 86th-minute goal from Nicola Pepe. But in extra time, with just over a minute until the final whistle, the Czech side scored their equaliser. This goal, conceded from a corner, meant the game finished 1-1. Arsenal travel to the Czech capital for the second leg next week. And finally, the stars are out in London and showing themselves off more than ever. Not the celebrity kind, but the astronomical. Lockdown has meant a reduction in the lights polluting the skies above, meaning we can see further and clearer. So good news for stargazers. But the question is, how long will it last? Sally has been to Greenwich to find out.
A starry sky is often there. We just can't always see it. For here in London, it's light pollution that tends to shine the brightest. But what is it?
Light pollution is artificial light where it's not needed, and satellite maps from a few years ago showed that the City of London, just over there, had the highest intensity of light spilling into the night skies in the country.
Yeah, that's it.
Go on, Daddy, go.
But this year, lockdown has left us a little in the dark, quite literally. Stargazers doing the countryside charity's Star Count found that in February last year, 87% saw less than 10 stars in the Orion constellation, and no one counted more than 30. But this year, only 75% saw less than 10 stars, and nearly 4% counted more than 30.
So we've still got severe light pollution, haven't we, in London? Yeah. But how pleased were you with the findings this year?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was analysing all the data. I thought, OK, this is really interesting.
So a quiet lockdown meant fewer lights and more stars. Their star map here showed 12, for example, were spotted from Bromley.
Emma, why should we care about light pollution? Obviously, it's nice to look at the stars, but is that all it is? Is it just aesthetic?
I mean, not only is it creating a mask, a veil across the night sky, so disconnecting people from part of all of our heritage, but it's also a waste of money and energy as well.
So this is our great equatorial telescope. We use it for the public can view the moon and other objects through it. You can take a look.
The lens cap is on. It's completely black in here.
Hannah is an astronomer in Greenwich with a good tip for spotting stars in light-polluted London.
Just lying down, so to block out any direct street lights from your eyes, that's enough to make a significant difference. You'll notice that after around 20 minutes or so, your eyes adapt to the darkness and you'll be able to see even more than you initially could.
With lockdown ending, light pollution will return, but it's given campaigners for darker skies fuel to lobby for better city lighting so that we can all see to infinity and beyond.
Sadly, rain's more likely than stars. Here's Sally again.
Making the most of it, whatever the weather. Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
Hello there and a very good evening to you. I hope your bones felt slightly less chilly today with the tiny bit warmer weather that we had. We've got tomorrow a fair bit of cloud around, maybe about a bit of patchy rain as well. And again, it's slightly warmer tomorrow, but not warm by any means. And then as we go through towards Friday night into Saturday, and particularly Sunday, it's getting colder and a bit unsettled at times as well. On Saturday, we could well see some rain heading our way, possibly even something a little bit wintry. It's quite uncertain. Do keep an eye on the forecast for that. Returning to tonight, we have got a mixture of some cloud and some clear spells, so it will be quite a chilly start tomorrow morning. morning, maybe just a little bit of localised frost here or there, nothing too much. And the best of any brightness first thing tomorrow morning, but then we're going to see more cloud head our way as this cold front slowly sinks south across us. There'll be some patchy rain on it at times as well. And the temperatures will be fairly similar to today ahead of that front, highs of 11 or 12 degrees, but behind it the air is getting colder. So it'll be colder in the north of our part of the world as we head through the afternoon into the evening. Perhaps that rain becoming a little bit more persistent as we go through the nighttime period. Here's the outlook for you. A bit unsettled, as I said, on the weekend, getting colder, but improving for the start of next week. I'll see you later on. Good night and sleep well.
Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
That's how it's looking this Thursday night. We're back during Good Morning Britain from 6 a.m. For now, though, a very good night to you.